Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Dr. Aniza and all of my classmates. My name is Nadiah Aina Binti Saipuanuar and I'm from Group 4. So this week our group will be discussing and presenting Chapter 9, the development of e-tail logistics. Before that, I would like to introduce my group mates that will be with me throughout this presentation. Mohamad Yusri, Nurul Aimi, Nurizzrina and Sharmine Farihah. And also myself, Nadiah Aina. Before we go through this topic, I will briefly discuss about this chapter. A lot of us are now aware of e-commerce, the activity and a platform of buying and also selling via electronics. When we look up the use of mobile technology in recent years, that has rapidly grown for all e-commerce sectors, primarily business to consumer and consumer to consumer e-commerce. Before the use of mobile technology in businesses, non-store shopping was not new to consumers. Retailers are using the methods of catalogs and door-to-door selling like Avon and Tupperware, which accounted for about 4 to 5% of retail sales in both United Kingdom and United States. In the late of 1990s, .com started booming and the industry steadily shifted to internet shopping that took place throughout the next decade after it was introduced. Therefore, in this chapter, we will discuss the growth of e-commerce, the evolving market and consumers' responses to online retailing, the logistical challenges faced by retail sectors, especially in solving and encountering difficulties, starting from the distribution center to the end user of the grocery sector, will then be discussed in this chapter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Aimi Binti Rozaki and I am going to present the growth and development of the e-commerce market. Without the internet, the world would not be what it is today. Access to the internet is a modern phenomenon that's transformed the world in a remarkably short length of time. Now, with the internet, consumers can enjoy buying goods and services through e-commerce and e-tailing. In the United Kingdom, for example, statistic.gov.uk.com provides a monthly index of retail sales that includes non-store retail sales, whilst the main online trade group, IMRG, provides the worldwide and country e-commerce statistics as well as in-depth e-commerce data. For your information, IMRG stands for Interactive Media in Retail Group. They are the one of the UK's authorities on e-commerce, market data, analysis and insight. IMRG help retailers and other brands who sell online to better understand and improve their online performance. Before the internet have higher connection speed, the internet access itself was not sufficient to deliver large-scale online retailing. The download speed was quite slow to accommodate creative online merchandising and communication with the customers. After broadband was introduced in the early 2000s, the download speed became faster and aided the growth of successful e-tail websites. Security of the transaction to pay the goods are improved to encourage customers to shop online in the e-tailing, and then the rapid growth of the mobile broadband added one further for e-commerce, bringing with it consumers who had never made a purchase traditional e-tail websites. Initially, the B2B and C2C sectors provided substantial benefits to the clients while increasing profitability for the parties involved. In C2C markets, intermediaries such as eBay operated as online auctioneers, facilitating transactions between buyers and sellers. Intermediaries can be called as middlemen, who assist the connection between the buyers and sellers worldwide. So, in order to divert the customers from buying traditionally, a market presence and brand identity is needed to win them. According to the Edibauer and Dixons, customers spend more at all channel alternatives such as stores, catalogs, and online sites. Clicks and bricks provide flexibility to the customers as they have the opportunity to return the goods to the nearest store. For example, let's say you buy a Xiaomi smartphone through their online official stores and you might face problems when you want to try it for the first time, so you can bring the smartphone that you bought to their nearest stores. For retail differentiation as the platforms via social networks, first, mobile retailing and retailing grow through the social networks. Second, the abilities of the customers to review products and retailers, growth of sales through the word of mouth through their networking sites such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Third, the customers begin to request assorted delivery options for the goods they ordered online. Now, I am going to talk about the evolution of e-tailing. Stage 1. Hype and experimentation. Early e-tailers were similar to innovative firms founded by entrepreneurs whose routines and competencies differed greatly from those of existing populations. Stage 2. Retrenchment and society. Retail formats and channels of e-commerce and physical stores retailing were caused by market segment fusion as they share e-tailing technology and legitimate organizational form was replicated. They became more direct competitors and the populations of pure e-tailers and physical stores retailers blurred. Stage 3. Sustainability. The retailers can predict the cyclical patterns of differentiation and manage to emerge stability in their business. Stage 4. Focus and fragmentation. Retailers offered shopping opportunities on different and mobile platforms, customized their marketing mixes to the demands of particular consumers, and developed multiple delivery choices. Web 2.0 can be defined as the business revolution in the computer industry caused by the move to the internet as a platform and any attempt to understand the rules for success on that new platform. Web 2.0 allows sharing and collaboration opportunities to people and help them to express themselves online. Thus, it encourages professional and academic collaboration and fueled by the creation of wikis, blogging, and social networking sites. In addition, it is also allowed for the application of pure marketing principles to the e-tail market. For example, of the pure marketing related to the market perspective are behavior change, segmentation, and targeting consumers. Amazon is one of the leading e-tailers that understood the power of information sharing. Amazon provides professional reviews and author information for online shoppers and facilitating customer reviews of books purchased. Lastly, transparency of information is important to the customers. Transparency of information allows the consumers to influence the products and prices and also affect how retailers market the products and communicate with their customers. Transparency in retail is essential in business as it helps the shoppers coming back to your store and building trust with the customers because each of the consumers' concerns are not the same. Well, Web 2.0 increased the importance of information intermediaries in the online economy and several, such as Google, eBay, and Facebook, became the household brands.
Thank you, presenter. Next, I will discuss exploiting the long tail. The long tail was a term coined in the early 2000s to describe an emerging feature of the online marketplace in which niche demands can be profitably exploited or could be understood as a business strategy that allows companies to realize significant profits by selling low volumes of hard-to-find items to many customers instead of only selling large volume of a reduced number of a popular items. Chris Anderson believes that selling low volume and demands to customers can collectively make up market share and can actually increase profit as customers navigating away from mainstream products which they type and search keyword for the products on their own. The reason of these marketing methods are because sometimes e-commerce market sectors do not have a limited shelf space or how much it costs to produce, storing and also distribute the product. So it can be manufactured even at low level of demand. Means that it's not always the most looked for item in stores. However, there is still a demand for the product. For example, as you can see from the slide, we took Amazon as an example that has a limitless range of books so that niche demand could be profitably exploited. We also can look up to Netflix, also one of the most known streaming platform worldwide, has launched many differentiate movie formats such as documentaries or anime movies. It is to attract a new subscriber base by offering these less popular movies. Netflix managed to cover a group of subscribers who may not find this type of movies on another platform. Before this, we learned about Web 2.0 and how a long tail related to Web 2.0 is through a significant impacts to long tail market as it made the sharing of information easier and faster and also a commonplace. Means that businesses that want to compete for the sizable long tail market can implement the long tail market itself, said Andre and Dumia in 2010. Marketing-oriented retailers who usually involve the development of their own brands to the level where the influence of raw materials. However, maturing e-tailers are now in position of using e-tail marketing as using the technology enables to integrate and organize cooperation with the end users. Next, the long tail with the contribution of Web 2.0 has fostered the interactivity between retailers and customers, transparency and fluidity among social groups and customers. In this slide, I have provided an example of transparency pricing of Amazon and Alibaba e-tail websites that shows price details on the site. Means that both Amazon and Alibaba allows customers to choose and to buy the same camera from them respectively or other platforms. eBay also let buyers and sellers of niche products agree their own price for trading. Now, the e-commerce market allowed for a great deal of creativity in the design of e-tail stores. As the business-to-consumer market developed, a number of distinct online retail formats could be distinguished. There are 5 online shopping formats, such as the first one is price formats, such as Overstock.com, ASOS outlet and Tesco outlet that sell overstocks or product from previous season, and auction sites such as eBay that allow buyers and sellers to mutually agree the selling price. Customers are now more attracted to the e-tail portal sites that offering points or cashback for accessing other e-tailers via their websites. The second one is experiential formats, which apply the potential of technology in creating an interesting and enjoyable online shopping experience, leading the way in exploiting social networking and discussion forums. One example is ASOS, a fashion company that have developed an editorial content and two-way, multi-way channels of communication between customer and e-tailers and among customers. And the third one is community-based formats, which, for example, a Shopee that can customer give a review under the products that they have bought. The fourth one is mass customization formats, which provide merchandise precisely tailored to the individual desires of customer. For example, Apple customer can choose various features for the hardware they buy and add engravings and accessories to their personalized mix. And finally is merchandise-oriented formats, which focusing on achieving a product mix that attract customers.
Thank you, Nadiah. So my name is Nurizzrina Binti Mohamad Awal. I will be presenting about the e-commerce consumer. What is e-commerce? E-commerce stands for electronic commerce. It is a business models that allow company or individuals to buy, sell goods and services over the internet. E-commerce can be used over computers, tablets, smartphone, or any smart device. Nearly every imaginable services is available through the e-commerce transactions, such as you can use as you can buy books, music, plane tickets, and financial services such as stock investment or online banking. There are 5 types of segment for e-commerce consumer by Chachi. The first group is the virtual virgin. This group is the least likely to bought something online. It is because they're relative inexperienced, so they are worried about the securities and delivery problem with the online buying and considers the process are difficult. The next group is the chatter and gamers. This type of group is the most people who would use internet, but they tend not to buy the product or services. This group usually came from a young males. They also have the same fear as the previous group. So the third one is .com dabbers. .com dabbers are the group that the average internet user, but these people in the group have the mixed feeling regarding the pro and cons of online shopping. Sometimes they may see the benefit of internet buying is convenience and the speed of delivery, but they also afraid that they could not find the same product or some product they need nearby their place, or the e-commerce section is not available yet. To continue with, we have the surfing suit group. This group is tend to spend less hours than the average time using the internet, but they also can be quite aggressive when they do purchases online. They are most likely to fear online shopping because they control their time on internet, surfing, emails or group chat or even games. Lastly, the wired living group. This type of group is the extensive internet user and young people. They could spend 4 hours and a half online shopping every week. These people using website as a part of their lifestyle, and they also prefer to see the magazine, news, games, and chat through the internet. The next topic is the grocery market. In the late 2000s, most of people started to shop online, either food, plane ticket, book, and etc. This sector has attracted the government of United Kingdom and researchers to start grocery market online. According to Lancet LR 2000, there are 4 challenges that will fail online grocery market. First is limited of online potential, high cost of delivery, selection, variety, trade-off, and existing entrenched competition. Some people prefer to shop physically rather than they shop online because they could interact with the staff, enjoy the store experience, and it is convenient for them to shop physically. In Malaysia, back in 2000, Tesco, now known as Lotus, they has introduced their club card for their members. Besides the club card, they also have introduced the Tesco grocery home shopping service that shopper can skip the hassle of driving through traffic and purchase their grocery in comfort at any time. By launching this, Tesco has been a great competitor to others retailer. The top 5 in Malaysia grocery market in e-commerce is Tesco Delivery, Mydin Delivery, Happy Fresh, GrabMart, and Lalamove. Based on my experience, there are pros and cons buying grocery online. But in this era where we are in the pandemic, to avoid ourselves to get sick, we could use this opportunity given to keep our health and to keep our family safe.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I bid to all of you. My name is Mohamad Yusri. Now, I'm going to continue my group presentation on this chapter. I will cover 4 subtopics in this chapter, which is the logistical challenge, definition of the home delivery channel, distribution of online purchase of non-food items, and distribution of online grocery sales. Without wasting any more time, let's move to the first subtopic, which is logistical challenge. Firstly, many retail business have failed primarily because of and unable to provide cost-effective order fulfillment. Forecasts for the growth of online retail service are mostly demand and driven, assuming that order can be delivered to the customer's home at a cost with a level of service that is acceptable to them. Next, new logistical techniques have had to be devised to support e-grocery retailing on this scale. Non-food online shopping has required less logistical innovation. After all, catalog mail order companies have a long history of delivering a large range of items to customers' home, and some large high street merchants have long made home delivery a fundamental part of their service offering. Lastly, online shopping is nevertheless imposing new logistical requirements. It is significantly increased the volume of items that must be handled, necessitating the construction of a new distribution center and the expansion of vehicle fleets. On the other hand, despite traditional mail order shopper, many online shops serve customers from a variety of socio-economic backgrounds, such as geographical pattern of home delivery is changing in different neighborhoods. Let's move to the next subtopic, which is definition of the home delivery channel. The home delivery channel ends at the customer home or a nearby collection point. It is less evident where it all starts. The order penetration point will be used to design the commencement of the home delivery channel for purpose of this analysis. The goods are only earmarked from a certain shopper after they has been picked. J for you stand for just for you in distribution downstream from this point. Within multi-channel retail system, this order penetration point is the point at which is home deliveries diverge from the conventional retail supply chain, which is routes product to shop. For the example, can configure a personal computer to their requirement only and relay the order over the web straight to the assembled plant. The order penetration point in multi-channel retail system is where home deliveries break from the traditional retail supply chain, which distribute product to the market. While the upper tiers of home delivery channel or grocery and non-food product are vastly different. The final link in the chain is last mile, offer logistical challenge for the various type of online retailers. We will examine first the upstream fulfillment process and then focus on the last mile problem. Next subtopic is distribution of online purchase of non-food items. The distribution of these items normally exhibit to the following characteristic. First, they are usually delivered directly to the home from the factory or a center DC. Each order has a modest number of items and order selecting is done at the national or regional level. Second, each order must be separate packaged at the primary distribution point inside the Just For You delivery network. Not only does this increase the volume of packing in the supply chain, but it also takes up more space on vehicle in both the forward or reverse direction. For the last characteristic of this item, there is a substantial flow of written product inside the home shopping system, whether catalog or internet-based. In general, roughly 30% of non-food products delivered to the home are written to the e-tailers. This is the large scale of reverse logistic operation. For the last subtopic that I have covered, there is distribution of online grocery sales. So in this subtopic, we have advantage and also disadvantage. For the advantage, it will minimize the amount of speculative investment in a new logistical facilities for which future demand is uncertain. It also allows retailers to improve the utilization of their existing asset and resource. This is because space can be better utilized and staff can be shared between store and also online operation. Other than that, it also enables the retailer to achieve their rapid rate of geographical expansion. Retailer will gain market share and also customer loyalty considerably faster than competitors who follow the fulfillment center strategy. For the disadvantages, the online shopper is disadvantaged by not having access to a detected inventory. Even a product is available on the shelf at the time the online order is placed, it's visible that by the time the picking operation begins. Traditional customer will have purchased all of the available stock. Doubt has been expressed about the long sustainability of store-based fulfillment. Problems between traditional and online shopping are likely to worsen as a volume of online sales grows. Store-based fulfillment more appropriate in the early stage of the retailer's entry into the e-grocery market. It is low-risk strategy that enable the product of the new company at a low marginal cost. However, when the volume of online sales grows, the cost and also service benefit of selecting order in specialized center rise, making it a more cost-effective choice. A further complicating factor is the geography of the retail market. In different sections of country, the relative efficiency of the two types of fulfillment likely vary depending on the density of demand and also level of local competition. So that's all from me. I will pass our presentation to the next presenter.
Thanks to the previous presenter. Now I will talk about the last mile problem. In making the final delivery to the home, companies must strike an acceptable and profitable balance between customer convenience, distribution costs, and security. Most customers would like deliveries to be made urgently at a precise time with 100% reliability. This would minimize waiting time and the inconvenience of having to stay at home to receive the order. Few customers would be willing to pay the high cost of time-definite delivery. For the London area, the relationship between the width of house delivery windows and transportation costs was modeled, expanding the windows from 180 minutes to 225 minutes and 360 minutes was found to cut transport costs by respectively 6 to 12% and 17 to 24%. Eliminating time constraint completely yielded the cost saving of up to a third. An average of 12% of home deliveries in the United Kingdom then failed because there is no one there to receive the goods. Unsecured delivery, sometimes called doorstepping in the United Kingdom, involves simply leaving the consignment outside the house, preferably in a concealed location. This eliminates the need for a return journey and can be convenient for customers, but obviously exposes the order to the risk of theft and damage. There are 4 ways on how to secure delivery. First is home access system. Second is home reception boxes. Third is collection and deliver points. Last is local drop-off and delivery. First is home access system. A prototype home access system was tested to regulate the opening and closing of the garage door. This system used a telephone link electronic keypad. This system was trialed in the English Midlands. The keypads communicated with a central server, allowing the home access agency to alter the PIN codes after each delivery. When the driver closed the door, the keypad device issued another code number confirming that the delivery was made. At the same time, a confirmation message was sent to the customer's mobile phone or email address. Despite these operational advantages, this system failed commercially. Since then, 2 other home access systems have been launched in the United Kingdom. One involving the PIN number activated release of a physical door key from a secure box. The other one is integrated into the lock. Second is home reception boxes. Under home reception boxes, there are 4 boxes, which are fixed integral boxes, fixed internal boxes, mobile reception boxes, and communal boxes. First is fixed integral boxes. These can either be built into the house at the same time of its construction or retrofitted. One system installed in a few upmarket houses in the United Kingdom comprises 3 chambers for ambient, chilled and frozen product, provided access directly into the kitchen. Second is fixed external box. In a short term, there is likely to be more rapid uptake of external boxes, which are much cheaper to install and do not require structural modification to the property. Early model had a keypad which communicated with a service center and could be activated by a single-use PIN code issued to a delivery driver. In an effort to cut costs, most boxes now sold to consumers in the United Kingdom lack this communication interface and are not integrated into the suppliers or carriers' IT systems. Third is mobile reception box. It is filled by the supplier at their premises, delivered to the customer's home and secured temporarily to an outside wall. The main system of this type, which operated for several years in the United Kingdom, connected the box to an electronic device resembling an intercom by means of a steel cable. The supplier or carrier retrieved the box once it had been emptied and used to recover any returned items. After a trial with a major UK supermarket chains, this system did not prove commercially viable in the UK B2C market. The last one is communal box. Communal boxes are more suited Last one is communal box. Communal boxes are more suited to apartment blocks and generally comprise banks of lockers. The third one is collection and deliver points, CDP. They are sites where customer can pick up items they purchase online or returns items they purchase online. There are two types of CDP. First is local points. It is where the order is collected and attended. Second is service point, where the order is retrieved by personnel. The most successful of the local point system in Europe employs sluggish local technology that has been extensively used in railway stations and airports around the world. These local banks have been adapted to the role of order collection by establishing a communication link with a service center which issues PIN codes to delivery drivers and customers. Several unattended CDP systems involving more sophisticated automated storage and retrieval technology have either failed or not yet progressed beyond the prototype stage. To secure business from e-tailers and carriers, networks of local banks need to be established to offer wide geographical coverage. Substantial capital investment is therefore required to give a high proportion of online shoppers local access to this type of CDP. Repeating the delivery to the home is generally more expensive, increase the consumer waiting time, and may again result in a delivery failure. Moreover, when the customer exhausted their delivery opportunity, they may have to travel significant distance to the carrier's depot to collect the consignment. Last one is local drop-off and delivery. This is an extension of the collection point service, in which the company not only accepts customers' order, but also delivers it to their home at a convenient time. When the goods arrive, the customer is notified by email, phone, or mobile text message and asked to specify a narrow time window within which the goods can be delivered. To date, there has been very limited investment in home reception facilities. Many of the company's marketing innovative solutions to the last mile problem have gone out of business, while others have redirected their attention to the faster growing and more lucrative B2B market for unattended delivery of shop orders, spare parts, and catalogs. CDP strategically located in or around transport terminals, petrol stations, and convenience stores offer the best prospect of commercial viability. It utilizes a network of more than 5,250 convenience stores and petrol stations to which orders from retailers can be delivered, returned to, and tracked. They can also integrate flows of B2C and B2B orders to achieve an adequate level of throughput. This has been approach adopted by Amazon to combat the last mile problem, with its Amazon lockers appearing in shopping centers and convenience stores in the United States and also United Kingdom in the early 2010s. Last one is environmental impact of online retail logistics. Concerns have been expressed that online retailing is likely to generate more transport and impose a heavier burden on the environment than store-based retailing. Limited empirical data are available to test this conflict claim, though much of it does suggest that under certain circumstances, online retailing can be less damaging to the environment. According to their calculations, which included trucking, air freight, production, packaging, and passenger trips, energy consumption, air pollution, greenhouse gas emission, and the quantity of hazardous waste were respectively 16%, 36%, 9%, and 23% lower in the case of online retailing. Claims that online retailing is intrinsically greener than conventional retailing appear premature, therefore require much more research.
So we come to the end of our presentation. So in conclusion, online retailing has been enjoying a steady growth throughout the last 12 years, and this is predicted to always continue. Also, Web 2.0, social media and m-commerce are important that advance the growth of e-tail development, because consumers can shop anywhere, anyhow and anytime. Companies now can communicate better with customers about time of delivery to the home, and they provide more options to collect goods, for example, click and collect. Hence, e-tailers now have established effective logistical system and built up customer confidence in the delivery operation, especially in the non-food sector. Store-based fulfillment offers a surer path to market growth and profitability. And last but not least, the more successful bricks and clicks retailer may eventually have to invest in new facilities to accommodate future growth.